On the day of the convention, they were caught that day, and the judge asked their lawyer this question: is it true that you are conducting a convention? And the lawyer said, absolutely not. On the same day they were conducting that convention, which was why the judge was really livid today.
The 2023 presidential candidate of the African Democratic Congress, ADC, Dumebi Kachikwu, has welcomed the latest court judgment delivered by Justice Joyce Abdulmalik in the Federal High Court in Abuja. In the ruling, the court barred the Independent National Electoral Commission, INEC, from recognizing or participating in any congress organized by a disputed leadership faction of the ADC. Justice Abdulmalik also restrained former Senate President David Mark and other party figures from interfering with the function and tenure of the duly elected state executives.
I have long said that the judiciary will not fail us. We were very, very clear that you cannot build something on nothing. Last time I was here, I told you how this whole thing started when the tenure of Ralph Nwosu lapsed, and the party chairman, the same party chairman, approached the court to interpret the constitution. If this man's tenure lapsed and we have a lacuna, what then happens? Justice Nyako in December of 2022 ruled that his tenure had indeed lapsed, and that anything he had done since August 1st of 2022 was null and void. This same man is the person who transacted with David Mark committee, even when they knew that the party was before the Supreme Court. So what did they do? They approached different state chairmen to transact with them, to pay some of them off to pull out the case. Now, the people who say they want to salvage Nigeria, that they want to make Nigeria a better place, I believe that these people must come to the table of equity and justice. But if you believe that the best way to do this is by buying out party chairmen, trying to take over a party and kick out the existing members of the party, then you have absolutely nothing to offer Nigeria.
Reacting to the judgment, Kachikwu alleged that the coalition led by Atiku Abubakar and David Mark deliberately chose the ADC despite its ongoing internal legal battles, claiming this reflects an intention to undermine the party and ultimately fail Nigerians in the upcoming election.
I think these guys had a clear agenda to fail. I believe that when you come to a party that has multiple court cases across Nigeria, and you said that that's the party you're going to work with, that your intention is to fail. And I was very clear to all Nigerians that nobody should say to me that Dumebi Kachikwu, you are the one who is stifling democracy by stopping these people. I made very, very clear that it will never happen in this party. They have many other parties to go to. Why the ADC?
He further accused the coalition of sidelining original party members and forcefully taking over the party structure in what he described as a gangster-style approach driven by money and political influence.
They brought in people, they organized what the judge described today as a kangaroo convention, even though they knew they weren't caught. In fact, on the day of the convention, they weren't caught that day, and the judge asked their lawyer this question: is it true that you are conducting a convention? And the lawyer said, absolutely not. On the same day they were conducting that convention, which was why the judge was really livid today.
Kachikwu added that the coalition action raised serious concern about its true intention, suggesting that it's composed of entrenched political elites more interested in personal ambition than in serving Nigerian people, even as they position themselves to challenge the ruling All Progressive Congress, APC.
This is what we are presented with. These geriatrics tell us that they want to save Nigeria. In trying to save Nigeria, they decide to come into my party through the back door. You push out the existing members. You say the state chairman are expelled from the party. You decide to transact with the chairman who is no longer a chairman. And then you say to Nigerians that this is a party that will save Nigeria from the current mess it's facing. So I tell you something, Charles. In all the court cases that these men are facing right now, they've never tried to go through the court cases. All they're trying to do is to take adjournments, because they know they are on a very, very, very faulty foundation. That's all they've done.